Is on live. Okay, so let's start for tonight. Oh, sorry, for today's class. It's a whole lot to today. So it's going to be very interactive for today. It's going to be very interactive for today. So please just join for those of you that watch later. For those of you that watch later, follow through the previous. I started a series on honor and submission. Honor and submission. That's the class we did. We did more like an intro in the last class. So we're going to continue today in a very short while. Right, and I'm sure you are ready for this morning's class, honor and submission. So the last time I was trying to do a review of what this looks like. So to honor someone means to highly respect them or to put them in high esteem, to have high respect or to greatly esteem someone. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. To highly esteem someone, to place somebody in a place, in a very large place, in a very large place. So I'm sure you know about that. You really know about that. So, and again, some other people say honor is to treat someone with admiration and great respect. All of it is correct. So, but for those of us who are believers, what does it mean to honor according to the scripture? Is to put value and to esteem something. So the emphasis on honor most times it's in reference to God and reference to His servants. So that's for those of us who are Christian. And why is honor so important? Honor is a measure of the quality of a person, including personal ethics, like honesty, compassion, valor, and all of that. So honor lies at the core of who we are and aspire to be, how we make choices when making difficult choices, when the consequences are significant, why we behave some of the ways we feel. That's to be honorable. I'm still going to talk about why honor is important. Is to be honorable, like in that regard of becoming honorable. Just like Bible have said that Jabez was honorable. So in that regard, so it defines the quality of the person. Yeah, people we know are people of honor. People, this one, they have a measure of quality of life. So we can say this one has a very, preserved honor for himself. And they used to call it person's honor. Sometimes they call it prestige. I need to understand that it's called person's honor. So I think when we start talking about honor, it has to stem from us because you cannot give entirely what you don't have. So it is much more easier to be first honoring to yourself, to have that respect for yourself, have that prestige for who you are. So it's a tangible award given to someone for an accomplishment. See, people cannot honor you because your name is ABC. They honor you because there is a certain regard you are known for, certain lifestyle, certain conduct, certain design. They just would see something, an accomplishment, and all of that. Kings will not just come ordinarily; they will come to something, and so this is why the a person's honor is important, because if you're not a person of honor, if you're not somebody who have been honored due enough from within you, it's difficult to honor another person. I don't know if that is you are following what I'm trying to say. I don't know if somebody's following what I'm trying to say. So how do we honor people when we treat them well? Bible said that you should honor all men. So it means that you should entirely, right? Treat everybody well. Nobody is less of honor. Nobody should be considered little. Nobody should be considered too small to be honored. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. So that is just it. You must learn to honor yourself. From honoring yourself, you must learn to put honor on others. Right? That's the progression of moving this morning. First is to yourself, and subsequently then to others. I've talked about prestige, person's prestige. I've talked about person's honor. I'm not talking about people's honor. You must learn, even as a leader, as you lead, you must learn to respect others. It does not, you are not absolute. You must learn to I don't talk it very, very poor. I'm trying to confirm it from this end. I don't know. But please bear with me. Are you following what I'm saying? Someone following what I'm saying? No, it's good. But if I respect yourself for others to honor you, you get what I'm saying? You must have, as a leader, if you want to honor, you have to respect. It has to start from you. It has to start from within you. Then others will extensively, work alongside. Please get your daughters because we're going to write few things. The class is not going to be long because of my engagement today. So get your distance to be able to write few things and close. So this is what I'm saying to someone now. You honor people. You get what I'm saying? You honor people, and then extensively it passes to you. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. You honor people. You first honor yourself in some kind of regard. Someone had written something here. Okay, so you honor people, and then subsequently the honor is passed to you. So first, you must learn entirely to put a depth of honor to people, because sometimes what you would expect to be done to you have to do to others. It must be very clearly important. What you expect to be done to you, you must do same to others. Am I following? Somebody following what I'm saying? So that is just by the way, and I needed to understand very carefully that this honor thing is a big deal. But for those of us who are still coming up in our leadership, responsibility in leadership, you must learn to, especially for those people who are ahead of you, you must learn to put double honor on them, right? Put double honor on them. Put double honor. Just like the Bible had given us a recommendation that we should honor those in power. You must carefully, honorably in your heart, understand this regard that there are people that have been set ahead of you. Those ones deserve to be honored, especially. So, from the point of honoring yourself, please placing a regard on yourself, placing a prestige on you. You extend to others. From extending to others, you must also know that there are people that are higher than your position is. You must understand that there are people that came before you. There are people that have done the feat of work that you are looking forward to doing. There are people that have done a whole lot of things before you came. Those people deserve to be honored specially. For the scriptures are said from the last time we discussed that those who labor in the word and doctrine deserve double honor. You must intentionally follow that as much as you desire to have this thing work in your life. You must learn to honor those above of you. So from the last class we did, I tried explaining quite a few things that honor goes alongside with. So, but I'm going to explain it explicitly from the point that I'm going to share with us today. And I'm going to say something again I saw as I studied. They said offer encouragement and kindness. Some of these things that we feel that are not just honorable are part of how to honor. And then somebody has also said you must follow their instructions respectfully. Follow their instructions respectfully. I hope that is making sense to somebody listening to me. And so that is so today I'm going to considerably be discussing 4 ways to honor leaders, 4 ways to honor people who are above you, who have been set ahead of you. Is that taken? And I saw something in 2 Samuel chapter 1 from verse 14 to 16. I saw something very important. And an example is found in just 2 Samuel, as I just illustrated. Saul was deficient as a leader of Israel, yet David showed respect for him and his position by calling him the Lord's anointed. Is that making sense? Does that make sense to you? Saul had shown deficiency by the way he treated David, and he's a leader that was highly reverenced, but David had, in regard for what position and responsibility he held, had offered a statement that shows that he truly had honored this man by calling him the Lord's anointed. Now, look at what I said as I studied. Honor is an internal attitude of respect. Yes, it is expressed by appropriate actions. Otherwise, it is only lip service. So you cannot just say that you honor someone without having, in some kind of way, show physically or show in display, show in expression that you truly honor them. So some persons in that regard will just openly say, I honor you, sir. You hear things like, I honor you, sir, I respect you, sir. I know sometimes young people, they bend down to say it. As much as those things are very much important, I need you to also understand that it is only lip service if it is not considerable. It is not considerably from the heart. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. You must first have to be from the heart. It has to be from within. If from within you, you don't just say you honor someone just like that, and then fly away from it. No, it must be expressed through you that you truly honor. Just like David had said, to Saul, the Lord's anointed. It shows that beyond what it is, he still honors him in his heart. So it must be expressed by appropriate action. If not, it becomes only lip service. Children show honor to their parents by obeying them, as simple as that. And we honor God by doing the things that please Him. Is that taken? We also honor God by doing. Then there are some appropriate actions we can take to honor people above us. Now we're not just talking about honoring God in this regard. Of course, we have reverence for God. There's a place of reverence for God. But that cannot be overemphasized. You can appropriately show your leaders that you really honor them. There are ways that you can show your leaders. Number one is that you must support them. And depth of support for whatever they do. And Bible has said in 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17 to 18, it said the leaders who are good leaders are to be considered worthy of double honor, especially those who work hard at preaching and teaching. For the scripture said, do not muzzle an axe while it is treading out the grain, and the worker is what? Worthy of his wage. So part of supporting of your leaders is that you must understand that place that they labor for you, the place of their labor, the place of their sacrifice. It will stir your heart to want to support them to do more. Just like you are in a ministry and you have a pastor over you, you must intentionally understand the place of these people and their labor and their sacrifice towards advancing the cause of the ministry, where everybody's part of, everybody's drinking from, everybody's getting blessed from. You must understand this particularly. So you must, in your little way, support them. So the Greek word of honor, in the same way as it is used in 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 3, which is refers to material support. So one of the ways that you can support these people is to give them. Do you understand me? Is to give them. Probably not exactly to give to them on that exact measure. Maybe to give to the work that they do. Give to the work that they do, the labor that they put over you, maybe to give to them. So when the Bible has spoken about honor in 1 Timothy 5, verse 3, which we're going to take a look at very little, is the place of giving. So Paul will say support. Sometimes when the Bible had said double honor, it's part of that stand of financial support. But then it's a lot of people have issues to show you. Okay, so you must understand that it was used in regards to look at Matthew chapter 27. Some these things are used in, it was spoken of price. So all this was translated to a way of honoring, just like giving the financial support. So we must honor those who serve faithfully. See, emphasis on those who serve faithfully. They must be honored. And somehow most churches honor their leaders by providing some kind of compensation, just like housing compensation, like feeding. But then it's not absolute that if you don't give finances that you are not honoring your heart. So what in the case if you don't have resources to give? There are many ways to social honor. So I'm saying that support for them, financial support for them, is one of the means that you truly honor them. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to give you I'm going to say to schedule their time on so that you get these scriptures that I. So part of honoring is that you give financial, commitments. Some people call it compensation. Compensation as part, it cannot be measured with what labor and sacrifice that they put in. This is just what we give to enable them, have the mind to be able to do the work. I'm talking for only church leaders, particularly church leaders, especially those of them who are pastors and the likes of them. So number two, you must love them. Number two, first I said is support. You support them. part of honoring in this regard again is that you must love them. Now, in 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 12, verse 13, the Bible has said, now we ask you, brothers and sisters, to give recognition to those who labor among you and to lead you in the Lord and admonish you, and to regard them very highly in love because of their work. So it's very, very important that many people who labor are not loved. People who put their all, the sacrifices they put, and they are not very much loved. See, some persons, when you say you honor them in their regard, in their design, it is measured as love, and it becomes very important that for everybody you say you honor truly from your heart, you must have a depth of love for them. We cannot say we honor people when we don't love them. Sometimes you hate people and think in your heart that you honor them. No, it must have to stem from love. And the Bible has spoken in 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 12 to 13. He has spoken about those who labor and genuinely and faithfully labor, and they must be properly loved. They must be highly braced up in love, so that their work can continue. Listen, if you are properly loved as someone who is at the top, your output will be very, very high. Have you seen people who are properly loved? You see the depth of productivity they will have just as around them. So you must be very, very intentional. When you say you love, you honor people, you must have love in your heart. You must very much have love in your heart. So, and part of having love in your heart is, the way you speak about them. It shows the way you react to them in certain situations. You cannot say you love people and just even part of this support. You cannot say you love people and you're not willing to support them. Now, you cannot say you love people and you keep speaking ill of them. It shows you dishonor them. You cannot say you love people and every time we find you must, in this regard, as you grow, you must learn that this love thing it's part of honor work. If you must have love if you must honor people, you must have to come from a place of love. It's easier to do some of these things that I say when you have, in some kind of way, honor them when you love them. When people you don't love, you don't really have this thing for them in your heart. You don't have a place for them in your heart. You don't have this kind of, you cannot even honor them as such, because they will look quite disgusting to you. They will look quite offending to you. They will look quite in many ways and in many designs. I'm speaking to someone. So these are the things that you must intentionally show. That the way you do things alongside them shows how much more you love them. There's even the way you speak to them, the way you communicate to them, the way you speak about them in and out of their presence, the way you speak about them. It shows how much honor is communicated from your heart. You cannot hate someone with so much this thing and then in your regard, all these things some of us do pretense of honor. Discover that the way these people speak about this same person that they claim they can do anything for, that they love genuinely, that they honor genuinely, you discover that all of these things is a charade. It's a charade, nothing to write home around it, nothing at all to write home. Intentionally love them. Anybody you don't love, I don't think you can honor them as much as you claim. So I want us to stop this false pretense thing of claiming that you honor people when you don't love them. Apostle Paul about money. I don't know why the network is some kind of giving issues, but we'll continue. And part of loving people is that you pray. Those people, pray for them. Are you getting what I'm saying? Pray for them. If you say you love someone and you want them to succeed, do something and pray for them. Make out time and communicate to God about them. You want them to succeed. If they have marriages, pray about their marriages. They have businesses, pray about their businesses. They have children, pray about their children. You have all of these things. You can just sit out for them. Part of loving people is that you just have to pray for them. Pray that they succeed in their ministry. Pray that God give them purity to stay out of temptations. Pray that God continually reveal to them the next step to take for the leadership of the church. You will just have to pray for them. Pray that they will be sound in doctrine. They will not just have to teach heresy, because it's still going to fall back to you. When you love people and you claim you honor them, these are the things you do. You see, there are things that love compels us to do, and part of it is for those that we honor, those that we esteem, those that we respect. These are the few things that can be done for them. Are you getting what I'm saying, people of God? I just hope I'm making proof of what your time is. And then I've said, the third time about okay, the third one is to pray for them, praying for them, right? It's still alongside love, but then I think you can make it the third one. You have to pray for them. Now, so I have this Romans chapter 15, verse 30. The Bible said, "Now I appeal to you, brothers and sisters, through our Lord Jesus Christ and through the love of the Spirit, to strive together with me in fervent prayers to God on my behalf." This was Paul speaking to the church in Rome. He was encouraging them to pray for him. How often do you pray for those you claim you honor? Do you really pray for them? Do you want them to succeed? Do you pray that God prospers them? You get what I'm saying? You don't just say you honor people. Part of showing it. Some people just come and tell you, "Oh, I love you." Have you been in a relationship? The guy is always telling you, "I love you. I do this. I do that." And then you look at it physically very well, and you discover that some of the things that he professes he does is just a lip service. Some people will tell you, "Pastor, I'm praying for you. Oh, that day I'm praying for you. Oh, man of God, I'm praying for you." Some of these things, if you bank on some of those prayers, just discover that none of these people are praying. So in a generation where everybody say, "I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you," and at the end of the day, you discover that you are just on your own. Nobody's praying for you. Nobody's praying with you. Are you get what I'm trying to say? Now you must learn the part of praying for yourself. But as Apostle Paul, as a leader, you owe your as followers, you owe your leader consistent prayers. You must intentionally stand for them in the place of prayer. I don't know if I'm saying something to someone. Stand with them in the place of prayer so that they can be accurate with their life. And if they are accurate in their life, it will rub off on you intentionally. You must stand. You see, the reason why we have wrong members is that when a pastor becomes, or we have members who are not coordinating in the agenda of God, is that when the pastor becomes bad, he rubs up on them because they are not even praying, they are not trusting God to adjust, to put things in place, to put in perspective for those who are laboring over them. They just want to be able to receive all the time. Sometimes, if you are going to receive good for people you proclaim you honor, you are going to pray good for them, so that as God prospers them and put them in the right perspective, the outflow will be in your advantage. Am I speaking to someone? It surely will be in your advantage. So, because of the brevity of time, I'm going to take on the last one. Follow them. Listen, part of honoring people is that you must learn to follow them. You understand? But then, to the extent you are following them, to the extent that they are following Jesus, you cannot just randomly follow people. Apostle Paul said, "Follow me as I do what I said." Follow Christ. There are a lot of blunder, a lot of drama, a lot of issues we have in our church today. That stems from the part of people following blindly, following manipulative leaders, following people that are not born again genuinely. You discover that at the end of the day, they start running into error. And why probably even the person who led them into error must have repented, or mercy would have preferred over their life, and these ones will continue on the strength of these things that they do. So I want to say it very carefully, and I want you to know and know it very, very well. If you must say you honor people, you must learn to follow them. But the question is, who are you following? You must follow everybody. You must follow intentional people. Am I speaking to somebody? You must follow intentional people. Follow intentional people that are very intentional about their consecration, intentional about everything that they do with God. You must be very careful about it. That's in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 17. The Bible has said, "Obey your leaders and submit to them, since they keep watch over you and souls." Over your souls, as those who will give account. So they can do this with joy and not with grief. For that will be what? Unprofitable to you. I want to say this to you very carefully, as Apostle Paul admonished, as it was written in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 14, that you should obey and submit to your leaders. Some of the problem with leadership in this end is that many of the people that we call to leadership are not submissive. There are people that they have different forms of doing that, different forms. We have different forms where things are done, and it does not help in any way. It doesn't really help in any way. I want you to see this clearly with me. Many young people find it difficult. Many young people find it difficult submitting. That's why the work is going down. The situations keep going worse than it is because of this thing, this same thing. So many of these people who are young, they don't like following people. They like to even own their fronts. Some of them are not humble enough to, learn, grow, and follow. Some people follow, they don't follow well. They follow in between. They don't follow constructively. It's a problem for many people. It's very big case of following. And when you follow with wisdom. Are you guys what I'm saying? Follow with your heart, follow with wisdom also, because sometimes you can be following the wrong people. If you discover that it is wrong following this person, please retrace and return back the normal way. I don't know if I'm speaking to someone. Don't follow. The day they stop following Jesus, stop following them. You cannot just be blind following people and they are leading you astray, and all you say is that they have been placed over me and all of that. There are certain things that are extremes when it comes to following. Are you get what I'm saying? So follow to the extent that they are following Jesus. If they're not following Jesus, please don't follow them. Are you get what I'm saying? But they are your leaders. You should obey them. In every good deed that they request that you should do, you should learn to obey them. And when you obey them, people under you too. These things run. It runs from the head to the toe. Are you get what I'm saying? When you obey people above you, you will discover that in the interface of time, the people under you too will also put that same regard. Are you getting what I'm saying, people of God? You must learn to follow, and when you follow appropriately, follow the right way, follow in the wisdom of God. And when they're out of the place of following, what following, please just leave them. Am I speaking to someone? I hope someone got value for that time. So, to cap everything I've said today, I just tried to put a concept around honor. That's the first I did. And secondly, I also tried, putting a concept about how do we honor for ourselves, how do we honor for others, and how do we, even for God too, how do we honor for those who are put ahead of us. And I've shown you 4 ways to honor leaders, particularly those of them who are church leaders. I've shown you how that David had even called Saul the anointed one, not to disrespect. For many of us, if you're in the stance of David, you would have been bringing down everybody. But if you see that person who have honor in their heart, it is a whole lot different for them. So I've shown you too that aside from honoring, saying you honor them, that you must support them. I've explained what it means to support them financially, support them in projects that they do, support them in different ways. Are you guys what I'm saying? There are a lot of things that they are doing or they're involved in that you can get involved also. You can become a partner, you can give towards the cause, you can just be there for them. Just support them in every project they do. They are unveiling their books. You support them, they are doing this, they are doing that. You try, even if it's your little way of supporting, you just learn how to support. And then I spoke about not just going to supporting them, you must also love them. Your leaders, love them and please love them genuinely. Don't gossip them, don't get to the point where your heart is divided as about them and all of that. So you must love them genuinely. It's very, very important. Very, very important. Then you must have to pray for them because they are humans, they are mortal, they can make mistakes. So part of what you are doing is to act to help them as they take a journey about this leadership and all of that. Because when you are at the top, the chances of you making mistakes are high. So you just got to pray for these people because they have to make decisions that will be good or bad, that will influence the course of the structure that is being built. So you pray for them, pray for their children, pray for their spouse, pray for their finances, pray for anything the Lord has laid in your heart that may be a problem in their heart, to the point where you stop following because of what you had. Never get to the point where you get tired of following them. If you say you honor them, you must follow them and follow them to the end. And I have emphasized that you don't follow just anybody, you follow those who are getting it right. If they are not all out for Jesus, if they are not on the side of God, that is then for a believer, it is not what you following. I just hope you got value for your time this morning. There's a whole lot to be said, but then we'll take it gradually and with time be able to finish this series. So I'm going to say thank you for connecting, and please I'm going to drop assignments on the platform for those of you who have been trained by our leadership. I'm going to drop quite a few things you're going to do. Then so let me get a feedback of what I just said. I know I may have gathered information. I mean, the thought we are not probably just so strictly the way you may have wanted it, but then we are trying to patch here, so we can be able to finish up true. Right? I hope you got value for your time. So I'll be in the next class probably later in the evening. Since we are doing 30 minutes now, we'll do 30 minutes later in the evening for those who are busy and have commitments here and there. Right? I hope you got value for your time. So I'll see you guys by evening time, 9 p.m. or probably 7 to 10 p.m. Within this range, it will be announced on your platform, so you know how to go about it. So thank you, and God bless your heart. In Jesus' name, amen.